Welcome to the Blessed Podcast. I'm your host, Raquel. This podcast is to help you experience being blessed that transcends a mere hashtag. Let me add my disclaimer. I'm not a preacher, prophet, or Bible scholar, but I am a God-worshiping, Jesus-loving, Bible-believing, New Thought Christian who believes that God blesses us according to our faith and how we work his principles. So if you're ready to be encouraged, enlightened, and entertained, then you're in the right place. I'm broadcasting on WYTV7 Christian Broadcasters Network, a nonprofit charitable radio broadcast with a mission to empower, encourage, and educate. Donations are always welcome to help further the mission. You can donate at www.wytv7.org. Today's sponsor is Still Publishing, Tolson's Publishing, and we have a new book, a new journal, I Am Blessed Journal. It's make a daily decision to be blessed.
Yeah.
So, journaling is great for you, and this is a great way to count your blessing and to be grateful to God for all that he's done. So today's guest, we have Nicole Jones.
Hey, y'all.
Nicole is a graduate of FAMU.
I'm not a graduate.
Oh, but you went to FAMU.
I did. I went to FAMU. So I always have to say that because I went to FAMU for three years. And then to Atlanta, got a job and finished at Georgia State.
Okay, well, she's still a rattler, y'all.
I am.
Strike, okay. She's also a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Ooh, yes. Yes.
Okay. So I did not meet you at FAM. I think I'm older than you.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is okay.
Just by like 1 or 2 years, if that means probably 1 year.
But I joined your face group. One of our mutual friends told me about your Facebook. It's J. Nicole Speaks, and it's a group for compassionate, bold, purpose-driven women. And let me tell you why I joined. Because I was reading what you said, and the first what grabbed me was you said, if you are believing God for abundance, and that is all I preach about. That's what I wrote the book about, Wired Church for the Poor, is about abundance. So I was like, immediately I said, I have to join. You have over 1,000 members, like 1,300 members.
Yes. Yes.
So let's start off with that.
I'm gonna start there.
Huge.
So, and the story behind that, Raquel, is that when I started the group, because I'm one of those people that I live right here, right? I'm a natural creative. So I can create. And maybe it was a self-esteem thing. I don't know. I didn't think so. But I was talking to a girlfriend one day, and I said, well, I'm just going to call myself a creative strategist. And then I came back and I said, well, do people do that? I think I'm misconfident, right? And she stopped me and she said, where did that come from? And I said, what? Where did what come from? And she said, where did that doubt come from? And I was like, who got doubt? I doubt that you know what you're talking about. It's best. And then as we unpacked it, she was able to identify, or I identified where it came from. And from that point on, I said, I got to do something, right? Because I guess through life lessons, like when we go through things, we don't realize that God has allowed those things to happen to birth something in us a lot of times, right? And so probably 2005, I started on this journey. Now, God showed me what this journey was going to be in a dream, but I thought it was like a nightmare. And so I didn't really get it. And so he had to show me through a series of unfortunate events, what some would call unfortunate. I don't look at them as unfortunate. So just a series of things: divorce, foreclosure, adultery in the marriage, a child born in the marriage that I didn't carry in my womb. So, all of these things happened, right? And I'm like, what in the world? And I understand now why they happened. So because of that, I have a lot of wisdom. And I don't even say that in a braggadocious way. I didn't ask for it. This is just probably who God birthed me to be. And so people would always come to me and ask me stuff. And when they would come to me and ask me, I would just be answering what I thought was in my natural voice, but what they were truly hearing was the voice of God. Because a lot of times they would say, oh, I just prayed about this, or God told me to call you. And I'm like, well, what for? You know? So, because I am an introvert, extrovert.
Okay, I get it.
So I'm like, what you call me for? And so we would start talking, and they would hear whatever was an answer to whatever they had prayed about. A lot of times I wouldn't know. Mm-hmm. So, I was talking to a girlfriend, and she said, you got to do something with what you have. And I went out there on July 4th. I started a Facebook group with the one friend, myself. I think we had 3 people. Within 2 days, I had 1,000 people.
Wow. In
2 days.
Wow.
And so much so that it scared me, where it did 2 things for me. It let me know that I was on the right path. Maybe, I'm not saying Facebook is the right path, but my voice. Using the voice was the right path. But it also caused me to pause, because I really wasn't ready for that. Now, what do I do with these 1,000? Mm-hmm. That's kind of how it started. I put no effort in it. It was word of mouth. It was, people adding people, and I got to 1,000 folks in 2 days.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's God. So you know what? You said something, and I just wanted to add out there, because when you said it's not you speaking as God, but the thing is, this is what I try to teach people: we are God. People can't hear from God if they don't hear from us. If we don't speak, people don't hear from God.
But they don't get that. So God is fully with the capital Fully, orbed in and through us.
Yes.
In and through us. But most people, because they are conditioned by church, image of God, that he is here and holy. And that is not the truth. And it is actually demonstrated that way in Scripture.
And all throughout. That's exactly what Jesus came for.
So I'm leaving y'all the earth. I'm gonna go like the little meme that said, I'm gonna head out. Jesus was like, I'm gonna head out. Right? Y'all got the earth, meaning y'all need to do what I've empowered you to do in the earth.
Right.
But we're still waiting on, our prayers are all waiting laced. Well, God, if you just do this for me. He said within his last breath before his spirit ascended, it is finished. That meant everything that you need, you got it.
Yes. Preach, girl. Preach.
I ain't come on here to preach, but that's who I am. It'll come out.
But this is what this show is all about. This is what this show is about. That's what it's called blessed. Because people have to realize it's already in them. They don't. The blessings coming. The blessings are here.
They don't. They'll wear it.
For us to figure out, it's like, where is he pointing me to? Just listen to the voice within. Where am I supposed to be pointed to get those blessings, or the blessings that I see?
And you don't even have to do much.
No.
Most people think, again, it's conditioning. Mm-hmm. I always say that people love to quote the scripture, I'm in this world, but I'm not of this world. And that is such a big lie, because you are certainly of the world. All of your thinking is world-led.
Yeah.
First your Bible, but all of your thinking is world-led.
Yeah, it really is. And that's why every day we have to condition ourselves to think godly thoughts. Like I always say, one of my programs is elevating our thoughts. That's what the book is about, elevating our thoughts, because we do think worldly. We think about what we see, and not in the natural, not what's in the supernatural. And we all do it, no matter how spiritual we are, no matter how gifted, no matter how much wisdom, we all do it. It's a daily struggle to elevate our thoughts.
We wrestle not against flesh and blood. It's here. It's here.
It really is our mind. It's our mind, and we need to get our minds right.
Yeah.
Girl, I love talking to you. Okay, so you know what? Before we get off into a whole lot of other stuff, I need to talk about your business, because you are an HR person.
I am.
You have a website, theperfectfithr.com.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about that.
So I reluctantly started a business because God told me to. So here we are. So And when he told me to start the business, he told me directly, and God laid me off or allowed circumstances where I'll be laid off 4 different times.
Oh, wow.
And I still would go back and do what? Because I was conditioned to do what? Pay bills. So I would run and find another job. The 4th time I was like, okay, I think I get it now. I'm supposed to start the business. And so I started the business. I set the website up, did the whole thing. And someone called and says, we need you to come work on a project for us full time. We'd like to engage you. So then I'm sitting there like, okay, now wait, now see, because you said start a business, and now here, I don't quite know what you're doing, right?
Right.
So the job fell in my lap. I have the business on the side. What I have come to understand, that God is such a strategist, that in order for the business to do what he needs it to do kingdom-wise, I have to learn the systems that the world has, because those are falling away. But there will still be a need for that business kingdom-wide. Right. So I put you here, ma'am, since you got to know everything. I put you here so that you can learn. And when I'm ready for you to do what you need to do with the perfect fit, you will have everything that all the certifications that they have paid for, all the affiliations that they have paid for. The framework is set. Mm-hmm. And so that's how I started the business. Now, what I do, the business doesn't sit idle, because that'll make it sound like it's just sitting there idle. It is not. It's quite busy. I've actually added an assistant. And what I do is I do career coaching, because I love HR. I love, even though I'm a kind of people work my nerve person, I love people. I love helping people. Mm-hmm. I feel that I was put on earth to help open doors for people. I know that I'm an agent for the Lord on the earth. I know that. So whatever capacity he needs to use me, I make myself available. And HR is one of them. I love giving people jobs. So I do career coaching. A lot of times what I've found that people who write resumes and looking for jobs have no idea how to look for jobs. Okay. And so people will come to me, and I don't really do a lot of soliciting. They're routed to me, and I know why. Mm-hmm. They come to me primarily when they've been laid off, when they've been passed over for promotion. And I just kind of pour into them, do some confidence building, help them do job searching, because most people don't know how to look for jobs. Right. So we talk through Indeed searches. I tell them how to do Boolean searches. I rewrite resumes, and I get them prepared for their interview.
Okay. So you know what, it's really interesting that you said it, because I sent you my resume because I was like, oh, well, maybe we should go over it online, because, you know, there may be people out there listening that's like me, that's trying to switch over. So I've been a pharmacist for all these years. And I have a master's in counseling. I also have a JD, which I hated being a lawyer, because
that's not you. That's not you.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I found out being a lawyer was not about helping people. It was about people using you to get what they wanted. And
hold on, Raquel, I lost you. Okay, there. It wasn't. That's not you.
Yeah. So, but all of the jobs is counseling, and so that's why I got the master in counseling, because that's me. I like you. I want to help people. I want to counsel people. But you know, it's like at 50 years old, trying to break into a new, I guess, you know, so going from healthcare to education is kind of where I wanted to go. Okay. And then I was thinking, it's like, okay, am I really trying to be a counselor at the college because I'm going back through that cycle? I have to have a job.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, or is that where like God really moving me? Is that really where my spirit is leading me? And it's just like, sometimes, like you said, you had to get it took you 4 times being laid off. Yeah. I was laid off. This is my 3rd time being, my contract not being renewed as a pharmacist. Because I had the cushiest pharmacy job.
Yeah, but that's not that. So you got to understand where God is right now in the earth realm. So he's been here. We just got to catch up, right? Right. Because he's infinite. So he's repositioning us. Right? Those who can hear, those who can truly hear him. He's repositioning us for kingdom business. And a lot of times we chose these careers. We chose what we thought we liked. And I actually was going to talk about that a little bit today. And I do this when I'm doing career coaching, because my career coaching crosses over to life coaching pretty much.
Right.
So we find jobs that everything that we've created is a part of our imposter. It's not really who we are. So if you can take back to a little girl, little boy, you developed a skill. You were maybe good at math. And so your teacher told you, oh, you need to be this. And so you take that on. Or you're good at science. So you go into medicine and you take that on. Never do we ever say, when we're picking majors, when we're picking careers, God, what am I supposed to do? We don't say that until something like a layoff happens. Mm-hmm. And then we only say it out of desperation. We don't say it out of service. We say it because, look, bro, I got to pay these bills.
Right.
That's really why we're saying it. We really saying it like, okay, God, I make myself available to you. That ain't really, it's like these folks going to be coming to get this car if you don't give me another job.
Right.
So that's really what we're praying for. And so a lot of times I have to go all the way back. Like I heard you say you want to be a therapist. That's your natural calling, right? You know that. You don't have to get a therapy job to do that. Mm-hmm. You know that.
Right.
You have everything you need to position yourself as a transformation coach.
Right.
You are a writer. So you have what you need. I have a friend right now who is laid off. She probably calls me every day just for encouragement, because you have what you need. God gave us, Deuteronomy 8:8 says, I gave you the power. I've given you the power to get what? Wealth.
Yeah.
Wealth.
Right.
If you ain't got it, that's because you ain't tapping into what I gave you.
Right. That's so good. That blessed me. So I'm hoping it bless everybody.
We have it, but we're conditioned. We have allowed the world to tell us what we're supposed to be.
Right.
A job.
Right.
And so we will say, and I ain't knocking not having a job, because a lot of times he'll put us in places. When I accepted what I was supposed to do is when then God put me back in the job.
That's good.
Right? Mm-hmm. Because I had to be able to hear and see it in a different perspective. Right. When I went to the place was chaotic. Their systems are manual. Their processes are antiquated. And I was walking through Walmart because I felt myself complaining. And God said, I want you to forget everything you know and learn it their way.
Right.
You do, and the way you do stuff. Okay. All right. So and I'm still there. And I had someone recently, because I coach, but I also have to have a coach. And she said to me, if you don't do what you are supposed to do for God on that job, he'll take it away from you again. Mm-hmm. A lot of times when we find ourselves laid off or in between jobs, it ain't really about the job. It is about, what is he trying to do with me?
Right.
Some of us are so special and so important to the strategy of God in the earth that two things. He trusts us with pain enough to put us in these uncomfortable situations, right? Everybody can't go through this because so many people would abandon God in these boats.
Yes, that is so true.
And God is so in love with us and wants to be in communion with us that he knows who he can trust with pain and they won't walk away, and he knows who he cannot trust with pain and they will.
Uh-huh.
Because he loves us so much. We know folks that's been on their job 30, 40 years. They don't go through what we go through. They look at us like we crazy.
Right.
Like, what is wrong with you? Not understanding the actual call that we have. He has to develop you.
Right.
And say, God, I am available to your purpose in my life. Watch how quickly that door opens for you, because it'll just come.
Right. Now let me tell you how crazy this is. So every time I don't have a job, so every time I get, laid off or whatever, right? The contract's not renewed, something happens. Every time there's been somebody that needed me. So the first time I got fired, my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So being fired, although I was like, oh my gosh, I need my job, but I was able to be with her every day, all day, through those 6 months while she was, fighting and battling and all that stuff the whole time. So then the next time it happened, it was crazy because it was just like a 2-month period, but it was the perfect 2-month period. It was the holiday season. I am Miss Christmas.
You were off. You chilling.
I was off. I was shopping. People was like, you don't have a job. How you shopping? I was at Macy's and Target, every clearance. Everybody had a great Christmas that year.
Yeah.
I was ready to find deals.
I've been there.
It was crazy. It was so much fun. And I was able to I was just able to get close to my family and friends. The next time it's continuous. The next time I got it.
Oh my God.
My play daughter had just had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to be at her. Well, not just, but she was pregnant. And I was able to be with her mentally because all the stuff that she was going through. Was being there when the baby was born to take care of the baby until she was old enough to go to daycare. And now this time, my aunt was diagnosed with stage 4 sarcoma.
Wow.
She is in St. Louis, so I get to fly back and forth to be with her.
But Raquel, so you said early on that we acknowledged the fact that we were agents on the earth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That we know that God is fully orbed in and through us.
Right.
When he needs us, and I'll give you an example. I had a friend who was going through a tough time in Maryland. Now, I had no idea what he prayed in Maryland. I have no idea, right, what he was talking to God about. That wasn't none of my business. I'm in Atlanta, minding my own business.
Right.
All of a sudden, my job says to me, I need you to go work in Baltimore. Why? Territory is Atlanta through Texas, Virginia down to Texas, southeast, southwest region. Okay. So I show up. I have no idea, again, what he has prayed to God. Whatever I said to him, I don't really remember, but some kind of way he had a transformation. To this day, he says to me, you heard my prayer in Georgia and you got here.
Wow.
Circumstances were set up for work. Now, after that assignment was done, I was going to Maryland like 5 weeks, right? After that assignment was over, I hadn't been since then. That was 2 years ago.
Really? Yeah.
My job is not sent. And I have to accept that it's way bigger than a job.
Yeah.
I live my life every day for Christ.
Mm-hmm.
When I get in a human experience is when I start to get off kilter and, oh, how I'm going to eat. Oh, how I'm going to do this. Oh, you start to do that. When you look down, when you take your eyes off of Christ and look at the water that you're walking on, I need another job. I need another job. God ain't never need a job to provide for me.
Right.
I own the cattle of 1,000 hills. Why am I asking him for a job? Hey, God, where's that cattle you said I own?
Right. That's good. I'm so glad I said I was going to interview you today. I sure wanted to hear you today. And I hope everybody out there that you are, oh my God, you just blown me. Like you are like a great coach. Just in these few minutes, you have really made me like think, rethink, and elevate. Like I said, you have to elevate your thoughts every day. And you do need a coach sometimes to push you and move you. And coaches need coaches.
And I need one. Otherwise, I'd be plumb crazy trying to take all this stuff on.
Oh my goodness, yes. That is so real quick, because there, for me and for other people out there that may be coaching or doing some stuff, what would you suggest? Like, how do you suggest that we put ourselves out there? Like how you did with your group. How would you suggest that?
Just do it. Don't overthink it. I know that's so cliche. I know it's so cliche, but I live here. I'm a huge overthinker. Don't worry about the opinion of anybody. Don't say, are they going to receive it? Are they going to like it? Who is going to trust me? You have already, whatever idea you have, you've been called to do it. So everything that you need is going to come. Mm-hmm. The story in the Bible that I had to kind of rely on is when the lepers went and they wanted to get healing, and the healing was in go, you have been healed. And their instruction was to walk at that point, go. So the healing was in the going and the moving, right?
Right.
A lot of times God has already told us, he's given us the idea. So the idea that you have to coach or whatever it is, you got it. We then, because we've been conditioned, we got to write it all out. We got to write a business plan. We got to go get this. God, like, oh, I told you to do that like 3 weeks ago. Delayed yourself. You've delayed your healing. If it was financial healing, whatever it was, you've delayed it overthinking and over rationalizing. So just do it. I didn't necessarily like the name of the group that I came up with, and it sticks. Mm-hmm. People love it. I didn't like anything, but I had her in my ear, was like, just do something. You can always go back and critique it later.
Oh, that's awesome. We are 5 minutes out.
You know, you got me talking, and you know I can.
This was good. This was so good. I will probably have you back at some point this year.
Yes.
Man, you were awesome. Thank you. I hope everybody out there was listening. It's a brand new year. Everybody's thinking about dieting, and we need to do that. Everybody's thinking about exercise. Yes, we need to do that. But everybody needs to be focused on their assignment that God has given them. Yes. And this is a great time to really kind of go back and think about what God is calling us to do. And for us, if it's to go to a new job, we might need to reach out to someone like Nicole to get us ready for that, or transition into being a business owner. So I'm going to give you her website again. It's www.theperfectfithr.com. Yes. You go to her Facebook group, J. Nicole Speaks.
Yes.
And thank you so much.
Thank you.
And now you are an official member of my Facebook group, the Tribe Called Blessed.
Yes, I love that.
And if you are anybody out there that wants to join, just go Tribe Called Blessed on Facebook. And remember, what God has done for others, he will do the same thing for you. You just have to have faith, and you just got to put your feet to it.
Yes.
Until next time, be blessed, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah.